There was a mayor in Atlanta named Maynard Jackson. When he took mayoralship, this is what he said. He couldn't find one African-American architecture firm at that time. So
One African-American
architect.
Happy Friday, happy quarantine, my fellas. Here we are, another week, another episode. Alicia Keys, Swizz Beatz house. Any juicy facts we want to share before we jump in?
Well, I think if people don't figure it out, this is the house that they use for Tony Stark's home in the Avenger movies.
Oh, this is the inspiration for it?
Yeah, I mean, they basically use the same kind of location. They CGI'd the exterior of the building to make it look like Tony Stark's actual home, but this is the inspiration for it.
I'm sure they helicoptered materials into that to get that stuff there.
Yeah, I doubt they use mules for this one.
It took 6 years to complete. Worth noting. Six years.
But was that totally based on construction or based on
financing?
Not having the dough?
Yeah, the dough. It sounds like that's one that the homeowner, the former CEO of Magic Jack, had to sell and split. It almost looks like the building was, like a section was cut through it, and it's giving us that perspective of seeing into the home, which is kind of cool.
That's what I was about to ask. So, like, you see that second floor on the right side where it's cut?
Yeah.
I think in the movie that was where the plane kind of went through, or
I think that's the garage.
What is it for? Like, how do you, like, what is that balcony for?
Well, considering there's a bedroom below, a bedroom above, I don't know, but it does look like, I think he's right, because you see, it looks like there's almost like concrete curbs to stop the car from rolling.
Oh,
maybe that is a driveway.
Maybe it is.
But you know what, Steve, just to kind of piggyback or veggie back off one of the conversations we had about the Bieber house, where there was this like this plane that was being sliced through. If it is the same architect or designer, we haven't yet to finalize or confirm, but it looks like, you know, he took this concept, or if it is the same concept, and he's refined it, because I can appreciate, you know, the infinity pool and then the visual that it creates of that courtyard in the middle with the fire roasting. And then you can kind of get that experience through that plane where it looks like there's some sort of outdoor space, and it might be a bed up there on the second floor around that green glass.
It does have that same feel, how it's kind of isolated, but it's not. And it's like its own little playground, but the playground experience is minimalized because of the landscape. And it's like all of the fun kind of looks like it happens inside the house, or either on top of the house, because it looks like you got some stuff going on the roof as well.
Interesting. I just want to draw attention to the fact that I believe earlier Ibrahim said veggie back instead of piggyback. That's correct.
Yeah, trying to use pork. Yeah, no pork, no halal. All halal, B.
It's interesting looking at the fact that this house literally is focused on looking over this cliff, and how each space kind of relates to that. It's like every space is focused out. It's like bedroom. It's like bedroom.
Yeah.
Outdoor space. Everything is out. Look at this. There's like you can see it's like a TV here, and that's just the couch, I guess. And there's seating here. They do fully and wholeheartedly take 100% advantage of you looking out over that cliff.
No, and definitely does the right job with trying to not only giving you that view, but also letting you experience it. Because each of these rooms have their own balcony. So every single room can experience that space beyond just being inside.
So this is one of those courtyards, it looks like.
Yeah, it's like an Olympic courtyard they got going here.
What? With the
fire pit. This is LA, so yeah, I guess they could be using some thermal masks. I don't know if that's necessarily what he was going for with all the concrete.
I think that's a retaining wall, and I think that's also a privacy wall from the street.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be. I don't know if that concrete is on the inside, if he follows through with that with the walls on the interior, or he's just using concrete as his material of choice.
Well, something that's
nice
that I don't see that often in residential construction are those spider fittings on the glass. Again, it can just be because of the region, but Yeah, that's actually an interesting take on it.
This shot right here is a dope shot. Just
Yeah.
I can imagine sitting in that infinity pool and enjoying my time, taking in that weather and just focusing on that ocean, how relaxing it could be.
No matter what room you're in, you wake up every day and you get to see the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can't compare anything to that.
So this is the night shot
That's
of that
fire.
same courtyard, for sure.
Literally.
Perhaps that other house was like the study model for this.
You think it 3 days yet?
Like he didn't quite have, like he had some concepts he was trying to work out, and someone had a budget, wouldn't quite get him to this.
Remember.
That's probably why you ran out of money.
Remember, the other one had a lot of still frame.
Right.
So this, I don't want to say that this is the same guy, like, because I think that's gonna lead us down a path of making some assumptions.
True.
I think it's very important to say they are similar, and they probably stole from each other. But this one, the way this is executed, like, and we still haven't gone through it all, but the thoughtfulness seems much better than what was done before.
I agree. The intentions for the different courtyards, the layering, the different spaces, the fact that spaces are actually connected and they appear to be purposefully connected, or at least, you know, it sort of makes sense from the way we're looking at it. And it literally, you can kind of look at each space and clearly tell what its use is.
I would love to see floor plans of this house for a multitude of reasons. One of them being, I'm wondering how the architect dealt with the transparency, because, you know, as we all notice, you can visually see the circulation, where the rooms are. With that transparency, though, how are you separating some of these private rooms? I don't see any curtains. I mean, this is a Photoshop. I mean, a photo ready. I mean, they would have opened these curtains, but like, is that a bathroom up there on that top floor on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
With a tub?
Well, they definitely are thinking about it being
Like with tub.
private to everybody else. But they're like, listen, if you're family,
right, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me going in the tub.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So, and it looks like the same thing next to that other bathroom, next to it. So it might be a Jack and Jill sort of setup with these two bathrooms.
The lights at the
stairs, the treads.
Yeah. It looks like each riser has those lights, but it could be dirt.
That good tape lighting.
But
no, I don't think that's dirt. I think that's intentional.
Yeah, that's intentional lighting.
Yeah, I think that's intentional.
It looks intentional. That's pretty sweet the way that got set up.
That's the other side.
Yeah, looking out.
The night views are killing them, bro.
Yo, bro.
This courtyard really connects the entire house.
The photographer knew what exactly time of day to do it. But it's also too, they turn on the right lighting. You know, they didn't install floodlights on the top of those retaining walls to try to kill the space. Again, you make a good comment about the lighting. We could see that looking at those treads that those are definitely inlay lighting in the stairs.
Now down here, this is that pool edge.
Infinity pool. Yep.
Yeah, that's the infinity pool.
Look at that.
That's sick.
Look at the layers though. Look at the layers.
The grass from the concrete or the pavers to the grass and then back to the pavers with the light. It's beautiful. Woo. Damn, bro.
Now that's an infinity pool.
That's an infinity pool.
So who's infinity pools, Bella? Ellen's or Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys?
I don't know.
This one's winning right now.
This one's pretty.
It's a bit unfair.
They're different. They're
she
very
had a
different.
Mountain. They have an ocean.
Yeah. Because they're using they're cheating right now.
It's unfair.
This is why site location and site selection is very important. You know, people are always trying to use this whole radial floor plan. And it's great because it does provide certain advantages, but it's not a lot of times where people really hit on it and they kind of get it right. And I think this one so far is doing a good job because of the location and the views that they've oriented, that they've wanted to make sure that are visible from every room.
This is hot right here. That's the street right there. It looks like that's the street.
So I don't know if those are retaining walls, but we know damn sure they're blocking people from viewing on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
great
this
sharp views.
it's so So that is the garage. That is the drop.
Oh, yeah.
That second floor.
Even the garage gets a view.